Welcome to our new video. In this video we are going to talk about Poco F4 GT. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Gaming phones presently can't seem to make standard progress, yet producers are currently at it, and the most recent such gadget we've experienced is the Poco F4 GT. On the off chance that you're an in-your-face portable gamer or only searching for a Poco phone for certain pleasant specs, the Poco F4 GT offers includes that you'd regularly find in a committed gaming phone. It's really a similar gadget as their Redmi K50 Gaming in China. It's been repackaged however to look. For a more extensive crowd, the phone's plan doesn't shout gamer, yet there are some restless and complex contacts. Its glass back has a few flawless rakish accents all over, and, surprisingly, the camera knock brings this hourglass shape. There's even some message around it: freezing speediest, perhaps a mistranslation. The casing is produced using aluminum and the phone feels very strong, yet not at all like last year's F3 GT. There's no IP evaluated security. As a gaming phone, it's not as top to bottom of a bundle as certain contenders. You don't get an extravagant cooling fan or frill or broad gaming related choices. There are LEDs in some measure around the camera knock which will illuminate for specific things like notices, and the charging link has a right point to it, so you can charge the phone while gaming and the link will remain tucked far removed. However, the fundamental gaming driven highlight you'll get on the Poco F4 GT are retractable equipment triggers. There on the casing close to the corners. Everyone jumps out with the flick of a switch. They're clicky and fulfilling and offer a decent benefit for specific classes like dashing games or shooters. The presentation of the Poco F4 GT is a 6.67-inch OLED with a 1080p Gold Gorilla Glass VIX's security and a smooth 120Hz revive rate. There's help for high edge rate gaming here at up to 120 FPS, and on account of a 480Hz contact examining rate, the board is very receptive to your touch. The revive rate can dial down to 60 Hz to save energy while you're standing by on the home screen or with certain applications, yet it can go down farther than that. The showcase is very pleasant. It's sharp and contrasty with help for 10-digit tone, and HDR 10 or more tones can be pleasantly exact in the event that you change them in settings, and max splendor is very good too. We estimated 470 nits with a manual slider, and that lift is 760 nits in auto mode when in brilliant sun. One fascinating component of the Poco F4 GT is that there are 4 speakers as opposed to 2 for your regular sound system arrangement. They're gathered 2 by 2, each pair comprising of a woofer and a tweeter. The situation is ideal to help abstain from unintentionally covering them while gaming. They're not the most intense speakers around, yet procured a score of good on our clamor diagrams. The sound quality, however, is phenomenal with great bass and fresh high pitch. You can't have a gaming phone without a powerful chipset, and the Poco F4 GT brings the best. The top-level Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. True to form, it posts great numbers and handles weighty Android games without a perspiration. As I referenced before, there's no extravagant cooling fan here, except for there is a broad uninvolved cooling framework which includes 2 fume loads. Driving the phone is a 4700 mAh battery which is parted into 2 cells for quicker charging. The general exhibition is fair, however, with the GT scoring a perseverance rating of only 81 hours in our tests. It may not last the longest, yet it's among the quickest to top up because of a packaged 120-watt hypercharger. The Poco F4 GT had the option to charge from zero totally full in something like 20 minutes. For capacity, you get 128 or 256 gigabytes ready, and that is not expandable, and the connection point of the phone is a standard one. It's MIUI 13 in light of Android 12. It's almost equivalent to what you'd find on any new Xiaomi or Poco phone. There's a side-mounted finger impression peruser for your biometrics and is quick and dependable. The Poco F4 GT brings no additional gaming-related highlights past the Game Super Launcher, which is now found across Xiaomi gadgets. It offers a few choices, yet not really top to bottom. There is a related overlay which you can raise in game, and it will give you choices like do it on upset and screen recording. What's one of a kind here is that you get planning for the shoulder fastens so they can supplant on-screen controls. You likewise get additional usefulness on the home screen. In view of the triggers, you can involve them as easy routes to different capabilities, however not genuine applications. At last, we arrive at the cameras, which aren't anything uncommon. There's a 64-megapixel fundamental camera, a 8-megapixel ultra-wide, and a 2-megapixel large-scale camera. During the day, the F4 GT's principal camera catches decent photographs. Detail is pleasantly fresh, and commotion is low. Honing and dynamic reach are about widely appealing. 2-megapixel close-up photographs from the large-scale camera are nothing exceptional. There's not much of detail at this goal. Basically, the varieties are vivacious in low-light circumstances. The Poco F4 GT will naturally apply night mode handling to photographs from the primary camera. These shots are very much uncovered with wide unique reach and all-around immersed colors. The detail is very great and clamor is low. There's likewise a committed night mode that you can flip. This produces marginally various outcomes with heavier honing applied and helps shadows. The ultra-wide doesn't get the auto night mode, and his evening photographs are extremely dim, scarcely even usable. You can turn on the devoted night mode and it will decisively further develop openness, so essentially you can see what's in the scene. These photographs are still exceptionally Delicate, however, selfies from the 20-megapixel forward-looking camera are strong. There's wide, powerful reach, and varieties look great. The detail level is okay, yet not what you'd expect at this goal. The Poco F4 GT can keep video in up to 4K goal at 60 FPS with its primary camera. 4K video quality is perfect with low commotion and a lot of detail. The varieties are very striking, which probably won't be, as everybody would prefer the ultra-wide. Presents a completely unique variety range with a generally colder look. The detail level is excellent for ultra-wide at 1080p, and clamor is negligible. Electronic adjustment is dependably on. Furthermore, a periodic spotlight hunting on the principal camera. The recording is by and large very smooth, so that is the Poco F4 GT. It's a gaming phone that is not quite as bad to the bone as, say, your ROG telephone or Red Enchantment, yet it actually brings an extraordinary AMOLED show, those decent quad speakers, and the shoulder sets off. The battery duration isn't the best, however the charging speed kind of compensates for it. Gaming lovers may be frustrated in the absence of a cooling fan or different extras, and you don't have a similar degree of command over the exhibition like you'd have on other gaming phones. Yet all things being equal, the Poco F4 GT brings a few pretty pleasant specs at the cost. If you liked the video, give the big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.